Welcome back to the Green Yoga Project, planting seeds for positive change. My name is Maya Mojo. So several people have asked me about where to begin. Where do I begin, Maya? I don't really feel comfortable just going into a yoga class. So I'm going to show you. We're going to start in a chair. So let's sit on a chair and just find yourself a little closer to the edge of the chair so you could feel your sit bones. And just allow your feet to be about hip width apart and just relax. Just relax your shoulders, relax your hands, just let them rest on your thighs. And just take a moment, closing your eyes. Start to pay attention to the quality of your breath as you're inhaling and exhaling. And just feel the subtle sensation around your nostrils and how it's slightly cool on the inhale and slightly warm as you exhale. And then begin allowing your breath to deepen. Imagine you're drinking your breath in through your nose and filling your entire spine all the way to the very base of your spine with your breath and feeling it just gently expand. And as you exhale, just completely softening. Good. We're just going to bring the hands alongside the chair. And as we inhale, let's bring our hands just shoulder height and reach through your fingertips. And feel as if you're inhaling and reaching up through the crown of your head. And then as you exhale, really reaching through the fingertips. We're just going to think about this joint right in our shoulder and just creating a very subtle movement. Think of squeezing that joint together as you bring the shoulders slightly forward. And then as you inhale, we're just going to reach through the fingertips and allow those shoulder joints to open. So really squeeze, just squeeze it, rolling the shoulders forward. Inhale, and then let's roll the shoulders back, creating space in that joint as you exhale. Good, rolling it towards each other. Take a deep breath. Releasing the arms alongside the chair. Let's inhale the arms halfway up, exhale the palms towards the ceiling, inhaling the arms up and over, pulling one wrist with the opposite hand and making your way into that crescent shape. Inhaling through the center, and as you exhale, pull the other wrist, feeling that line from the hip to the fingertips. Let's exhale and release the arms halfway down, bringing the palms up towards the ceiling and down towards the floor. And again, rolling the joints in the shoulders. Inhaling, lifting the shoulders up towards the ears, squeezing, and exhale, release. Doing that a couple times. And then we're just going to release one ear to the shoulder, one at a time, following your breath. And then looking over the shoulder, even reaching with the eyes, getting that full range of motion in your neck. Inhaling the chin up towards the ceiling and exhaling, releasing towards the collarbone and noticing how that feels as you follow your breath. Let's roll the shoulders back and down, reaching again through the arms, palms towards the ceiling. Exhaling, we're going to grab our shoulder blades apart. And remember, in middle school, we're going to make out with ourselves for just a moment here and pull those shoulder blades apart. Let's exhale and tuck the chin towards the collarbone as you inhale, opening the throat and really feeling how that's changing the motion, releasing and creating space in the shoulder joints as you move. And again, doing that as many times as it feels comfortable. Let's inhale and release, lengthening through the arms. And then we're just going to exhale and we're going to bring that opposite arm on top. So just doing the same thing, reversing the arms. Exhale, release towards the collarbone. As you inhale, allowing the chin to come up towards the ceiling, creating space in the shoulder joints. Let's release the arms alongside the chair. We're just going to turn the chair to the side just so you could really see, but we're going to come into The edge of the chair, again, lengthening from the hips all the way to the crown of the head. And you could use the fingertips on the edge of the chair to create a little bit of resistance. So you're creating a little more space in your neck and releasing those neck joints. Muscles. And let's just begin moving into a twist. We're going to grab the back of the chair as you inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head, and as you exhale, lifting and twisting. Coming back to the center on your inhale, and then just doing the same thing on the other side, using the back of the chair as leverage, exhaling, surrendering into the twist. Always really keeping the hips planted on the chair and inhaling, reaching up through the crown of the head. So staying in that posture as long as necessary. Any sort of twisting is really wringing the body out of toxins and helping a lot more than you realize. So we're just going to bring one ankle over the opposite knee. Again, thinking of that line from the hips all the way to the crown of the head, and keeping that line nice and long as you exhale and come forward. And you're going to really feel that in your hips. So doing that again to the other side, keeping that line, breathing a lot, and staying in the posture as long as it feels comfortable and necessary, but really taking your time to create some space for the muscles to release. This posture is going to help you open the hips, really get in contact with your breath, and just soften into the posture. So we're going to use another chair, and we're just going to rest on the edge of the chair. My knees are wide, and I'm thinking of that line from the crown of the head again to the base of the spine, and really breathing in that line, staying in that resting pose as long as feels necessary. You could bring the knees a little bit wider apart, and then exhale and come forward. And again, releasing into the hips and breathing and relaxing. So coming back to the front of the chair, let's just inhale the arms up and exhale, release them down. Inhale, gather the breath, lengthening through the sides of the body, wiggle it out a little bit. Exhale, release down. Inhaling up, exhale, release. Let's do that similar motion in a standing position. So really playing with your breath as you inhale the arms up. You could exhale and roll the shoulders, reaching through the fingertips, really finding the movement, allowing it to be playful and releasing that neck like we did before. Let's just soften in the knees, bring the feet hip width apart, and we're just going to release around the spine. So as if that spine is an axis, keeping the arms nice and loose and limber. And you could even look over the opposite shoulder as you're swinging the arms. Let's inhale that arms up and over, and like we did before, as you exhale, reaching, pulling that opposite wrist, and you're really feeling that line from the edge of the foot all the way to the fingertips. Inhaling through the center and exhaling the other side. And doing that a couple times on each side and really feeling the lines in the body. Let's come on to our abdomen, bringing a pillow underneath the hips to take the pressure off of the back. We're going to think of inhaling and reaching through the crown of the head and really planting those hips into the pillow, into the floor, and coming onto the forearms, really lengthening and reaching up. Imagine you're pulling yourself up through the crown of the head. Let's come onto all fours, bringing the hands directly underneath the shoulders, the knees directly underneath the hips. As you exhale, bringing the belly button in towards the spine. Inhaling, opening the heart, lifting, and exhaling, release. So just finding this posture, going in and out as many times with your breath. And then let's find our way back onto the sit bones. We're going to plant the hips really against the floor. And if it's too much to sit directly on the floor, then allow yourself to get a pillow or a folded blanket and sit on that. It'll just change that position in your hips. But we're going to lengthen up through the spine, lifting, and as you exhale, come forward. Again, thinking of that line from the hips all the way through the crown of the head, lifting through the crown of the head on the inhale, bringing that belly button in towards the spine. As you exhale, and staying in the posture as much as it feels good. To counter that posture, we're going to bring the fingertips behind us, facing the hips, and really think of opening the front of the body. So if you want, you could bring your feet hip width apart and lift the hips up towards the ceiling, but don't feel like you have to do that. You could just open the front of the chest and breathe into that space. You could also do this on the chairs. Again, just come straight forward with the spine, keeping that spine nice and long and engaging the abdomen to bring you forward. You could grab onto the edge of the back of the chair as you inhale, roll the chest open and the shoulders open and relax.
So the goal in organic yoga is to really help you build your own yoga practice and not limit yourself to just a specific time and space to be conscious and move your body mindfully and with awareness. So really thinking of those lines in your body and using your breath to fill those lines in their entirety is going to really help you as you do other things throughout your day. So I encourage you to take your time. I'm giving you the examples in the video, even if you just do one of those things, and continually try to add different postures and explore different ways of movement. Will help you stay balanced and feel so much better throughout your day. So continue to practice and build your practice over time and really be gentle with yourself. Start to get out of your ambition and just more into the sensation, the feeling of your body and the quality of your breath in the moment. So let's do a couple more postures. So a tool that we use in organic yoga and Ashtanga Vinyasa yoga is Ujjayi breath, number one. So Ujjayi breath is also known as victorious breath, and it is an audible sounding breath. So as you inhale, you're bringing your breath, filling your body to capacity, and as you exhale, you are allowing the air to pass over the palate of the mouth and create an audible sound, kind of like Darth Vader. So as you do this breath, it redirects your mind to your breath, and it really helps you transition out of unwanted emotion or unwanted focus. So even using that throughout your day is a very powerful and wonderful tool to use. Another thing you're going to hear me say is I'm going to tell you about the bandhas. So bandhas, otherwise known as body locks, are also something you can just practice throughout your day. And this also will keep you safe throughout the movement of the asanas or yoga postures. So the Mula Bandha is at the very base tissue of your body. So it's that sensation almost like you have to use the bathroom and you're holding it, or a Kegel exercise on women. So you're lifting in that very base tissue of your body. You could imagine that there's a thread just right in the middle of your body and you're lifting up in that thread. And then also bringing the belly button in towards the spine. That's Uddiyana Bandha. So that is going to create a stillness in this lowest aspect of your body. It also supports your back as you're moving through the postures, so you're staying very safe and mindful as you move through the yoga asanas. So continue focusing on that, the Ujjayi breath. And on the exhale, really bringing that belly button in towards your spine, Uddiyana Bandha, and also lifting in the pelvic floor, which we call Mula Bandha. So throughout the practice, allow that to be your focus, and the asanas will come much more effortlessly.
Let's just keep the sun salutations simple and accessible. So we're going to start with using a chair. On an inhale, let's bring the arms up overhead, and as you exhale, bringing the hands forward. So really working on following your breath, inhaling the arms up, and exhaling the hands forward. On the next exhale, coming forward, grabbing onto the front of the chair and really thinking of the length from the crown of your head to the base of your spine. As you inhale, come forward into what would be a modification for plank position. And then as you exhale, pressing into the hands as you make your way back into the modification for downward facing dog. Just really thinking of that length from the crown of the head all the way to the base of the spine. Doing that a couple times, and you can just start by doing that and then begin building into the sun salutation. As you inhale, you could start lifting the chest, coming into the modification for upward facing dog, and then pressing back, exhaling into that downward facing dog modification. So after you practice the first couple postures or movements in the sun salutation, then make your way into building into that upward facing dog posture. Just allow yourself to stay in this downward facing dog posture for 3 to 5 breaths, really engaging the abdomen on the exhale. So other modifications or options for the sun salutation. You're going to come to the top of the mat with the feet steady and together. We're going to inhale the arms up overhead, and as you exhale, soften forward. You could bend your knees a lot if your hands don't touch the floor. You could also just grab onto the elbows and be playful, exhaling, bending the knees, and inhaling, straighten, and just begin working into the practice. As you inhale, you can flatten the back, looking towards the horizon. And then as you exhale, step back, taking your time, coming all the way through plank position. If that's too much, you could bend the knees. Otherwise, keeping the elbows nice and close, and then inhaling, rolling over the toes and opening the chest. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. Really focusing on the exhale, warming up the breath. You could gaze towards your belly button or towards your legs, whatever feels best on your neck. On an inhale, make your way all the way back up to standing, gathering the breath, looking at the thumbs, exhaling, Samastitihi. Another option is you could bend the knees. You don't even have to come all the way down, just really thinking of that length in the spine and making it simple so you can come onto the knees and the belly and the chest, inhaling, opening the heart, looking up towards the ceiling, pressing into the hands, engage the abdomen as you exhale into an extended child's pose. So this version might be a little more accessible for you. So find the version that really suits your body and be gentle with yourself. If you want to come up and start exploring downward facing dog for a few breaths, you could do that, or just stay in child's pose. Another option is to come in Samastitihi, that equal standing pose, inhaling the arms up and over, exhaling, surrendering forward into Uttanasana. Inhale, looking up towards the horizon, and exhaling, making your way through Yoga Push-Up, elbows stay close. Inhale, rolling over the toes as you open your heart into upward facing dog. And then as you exhale, surrendering back, engaging the abdomen a lot, and really breathing into the center of your body and focusing on the exhale here. Allow yourself to explore the postures, really coming up onto the toes, being playful, really feeling your body and allow yourself to explore movement. You could inhale and even lift the hips up and jump, and just practice that feeling of moving through space and allowing your breath to carry you. On an inhale, making your way all the way forward. As you exhale, surrender into Uttanasana. Inhaling, gathering the breath, coming all the way up to standing. Exhale, Samastitihi, equal standing pose. The other option, again, starting in Samastitihi, feet are even and weight is even. We inhale the arms up and over, exhale forward as much as it feels good. Inhaling, looking up. As you exhale, release back into Chaturanga Yoga Push-Up. Rolling over the toes on the inhale, up dog. As you exhale, releasing the hips up towards the ceiling into downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Nice, strong, full, deep breathing here. Again, really focusing on the exhale. Notice where the weight is, actively pressing into the index finger and thumb and staying here for 3 to 5 breaths or as long as it feels comfortable. On an inhale, making your way forward. As you exhale, surrender the neck. Inhaling, coming all the way up to standing. Exhale, Samastiti.
Practice those postures that I provided for you, and also just begin to work your way through the sun salutations, and that range of motion is really going to be helpful in understanding the other postures and translating also into helping you in your movement throughout the day. But after you've practiced, even if it's just 1 or 2 postures, then allow yourself to have a little bit of time and space to just relax in the final pose, which is just laying on your back. If you have any back challenges, you could bend your knees to take that pressure off your back. You could also rest your legs up on a chair or even on the wall as well. So whatever feels the most comfortable to you, and bringing the palms of the hands towards the ceiling. You could rest the legs straight out from the body, unless you decided on another modification. And then just take some time to rest and relax. It's very helpful to systematically begin releasing the muscles of your body. So using your awareness and your mind to systematically go through the body. So you could begin relaxing your forehead, feeling your scalp relax, your ears alongside your head, feeling your eyes gently rest, becoming aware of the subtle experience around your nostrils and the coolness on the inhale and the warmth as you exhale. Gently swallowing and releasing any tension out of your throat. And if you'd like, you could imagine that there's a stream of water or a stream of light, and it's coming in through the top of your head, and it's radiating into your mind and washing away anything that you don't need anymore, any feelings that don't serve you in your progress. Allow it to just be washed away and released. Feeling your shoulders heavy against the floor as you relax and surrender. And imagine that stream of water or light going in through your heart space and carrying over your shoulder joints and deep into your shoulders, and feeling a sense of surrender as it cleanses and releases any tension. Moving into the bones of your upper arms as you begin to feel all of your muscles soften and relax and surrender. Feeling deep into your elbows, a gentleness, a lightness. And your forearms, the bones settled and relaxed, the muscles soft and supple. Feeling into your wrists, the palms of your hands and your fingers and fingertips, soft, supple, surrendered and relaxed. Feeling through your fingertips and your hands, your wrists and forearms, elbows, upper arms, and deep into your shoulders, feeling a sense of surrender and softness. And again, just witnessing your breath as it ebbs and flows like the waves of the ocean, effortlessly and naturally, softly. And if you'd like, you could imagine that radiant light or water cleansing in again through the crown of the head. And as it moves into your back, allow it to wash away each vertebrae, each bone of your spine, as it moves gently, cleansing your body, allowing you to surrender the resistance inside of you, feeling your nervous system being cleansed and rejuvenated, all of the thick muscles of your back soft supple, surrendered and relaxed. Feeling your internal organs rejuvenated and healthy, released. And if you'd like, you could imagine again that stream of water or light moving in through the belly button, through the navel center, allowing it to wash over your pelvic bones, all of your sex organs being cleansed, any memories, childbirth, all of the things that created scar tissue and stories in your hips, just softening, releasing, cleansed, allowing you to be free in this moment, feeling that cleanse and radiant healing light moving to your upper legs, feeling your bones settled and relaxed, the thick muscles of your thighs soft and supple, surrendered, feeling deep into your knees, a sense of softness, and your lower legs, the bones settled, all of the thick muscles soft and supple, feeling into your ankles, the attachments and ligaments released, the soles of your feet, your toes, the top of your feet, soft, surrendered and relaxed. If you'd like, you could imagine a gentle wave of an ocean, either coming underneath you or up over you. And as it washes over your body, imagine that it's pulling out everything that you don't need, any stories that don't serve you, and just allowing you to be cleansed of the past so you could be present in the moment and create a lighter and beautiful future. So letting everything recede back into the ocean that you don't need, and allowing a few moments to relax your mind, no longer trying to control your thoughts, just watching your thoughts as if clouds in the sky, witnessing anything that arises in you, and taking this time to fully rest.